Hey guys, it is May 2nd, Friday, May 2nd, 2025, and I'm back with some free VST plugins to help you with your musical adventures and endeavors. All right, guys, we are back in the month of May, and the new month of May 2025 is themed with developers. We're going to be focusing on developers that has multiple VSTs, offering them for free. So if they have 2 or more VSTs that are 100% free, they can end up on this list for the month of May 2025. All right, let's jump into it, guys. The free developer for today is as follows. So we're just dealing with one developer. That's not supposed to happen. We're just dealing with one developer today, and that is Kilohearts. So first up, we have Kilohearts 1, which is a synth. This is a discontinued synth. All right, keep that in mind. So next up, we have the Kilohearts bundle, which I've talked about before, and we're gonna check that out real quick. So on the download page for Kilohearts 1, the synth, you have to go all the way to the bottom and you will see the download links, Windows or Mac. So make sure you scroll all the way to the bottom. It might go there by default, because mine just did, but I'm not sure about that. So make sure you go to the bottom. There the download links will reside. For the bundle is pretty straightforward. This is the page for it. When you click the link in the description and go to the blog page, and there's about 30 plus. I don't know how many exactly. And they keep adding more. So I think they just added a distortion or a clipper, one of them. But they keep adding more. There is a plugin installer. You install that. You select the free bundle and you run the install from their plugin installer. So let's jump over to my DAW. Matter of fact, let's poke around with this real quick and see what do we have going on. See if, beautiful. All right, so like I've been doing, we have an arrangement that I was working on. This is where it was yesterday. So let's preview yesterday and then we'll preview the progress for today. So that's what we had going on for yesterday. So today I did some more work. I was kind of caught up with that. That's why this live stream started a little bit late, but nevertheless, I am here. So this is what we got going on for today. Still not done, but it's further along. So here we go. went so far, progress from yesterday to today. So let's look at a couple of these plugins and the possibilities. So on the kick, let's go over here where the kick is. On the kick, we got some things going on here. So let's see. All right, so I used a filter, Kilohearts filter on the kick to kind of give it the shape and the tone that I needed to fit in with the 808 when it comes in. So without that, the kick is a little bit looser. It has a little bit more bottom end on the tail of the sound. So we just clean that up with this filter real quick. And the way that works is we have the slope number. That's going to change how quickly this slopes. Basically, the dB per octave slope. So I had it at 3. It goes all the way up to 6. And then the Q number is just the gain of that resonance bump right here. And then we have all the different filter shapes right here. Pretty straightforward. And depending on which filter you select, then we'll have access to this gain knob. And see, we got some interesting shapes here. So pretty cool filter. And with the Kilohearts plugins, there is a section right here. You click on that and you will see the preset area where they have presets and where you can save your presets and you can roll the dice on presets. So we click here and then we have factory presets. We have different categories here and presets here. So I'm not going to touch any of that, but this is universal on all of the effects in the bundle. So also, I had a clipper here. I didn't use it, but let's check it out. So we have the gain in, that's just gonna push more volume towards the line here. The clipping line, you can just grab the line and move it up, move it down, based on where you wanna clip. There is a knee setting and output. So, straightforward clipper. Moving right along, what else we got here? We got on this piano. So there is this plugin called Ensemble. And when I turn it on, it's gonna add, but it's kind of like granular. But let's check it out. Let's turn up the mix. And notice when you hover over any section, you have a tooltip happening down here. So when you hover, you have information going on telling you what the different knobs and parameters will do. So there is detune, there is spread for stereo spread, and then there's the mix knob. Let's push up the detune. So it's kind of like a chorusy, flanging effect. Right, let's turn that off. They have a very interesting phaser. Very pleasant sounding. And it's pretty straightforward. And then we have a reverb here. Let's turn that on. Adds a nice dimension to the reverb, to the piano, I should say. Let's add this in. Alright, we'll leave that reverb on. I like that. Next up, what do we have? We have a 3-band EQ here. So this sound needs some cleanup, low end. So this is a very straightforward 3-band EQ. And these plugins are all resizable, of course. But right here, you can affect the crossover point for the bands to redefine the ranges of the 3 bands. And then we just turn down right here. You got a shelf, you get shelves, and then you get a bell curve in the middle. That's pretty much it. Very, very straightforward. So I want to clean up the low end. Something like that. It'd be cool if you can add a little bit more control on the curve, but the very basic, very dirty EQ. As far as just not dirty in sound, just very down and dirty, straightforward EQ. So that did what I wanted it to do. All right, on this Reese bass right here. We have overdrive distortion. That's what I want. So it's definitely gonna bring out some more character in this Reese bass. They have different modes here for the distortion. So we have overdrive, saturate, full back, sine, hard, clip, quantize. And even as I just hover over it, the shape is changing, wave shape is changing, and you're hearing it reflected on the sound. That's a cool way to preview it. And then we have the driver mount, dynamics, bias, spread, DC filter, and mix. And like I said, down here, as you hover, you will notice you're getting tooltips on what each knob does, each switch, each parameter. Once again, presets onto here, pretty straightforward, their interface. So let's turn this on, and we have a compressor here that I have at the end of this. So let's do that. So compressor, we have threshold ratio, attack, release, makeup gain. and then you can do RMS, peak, or fast compression. Once again, tooltip will explain all that to you. You can actually pull the threshold down from here if you want to, or you can do it from the knob, either or. But these settings I think worked for me when I was listening to it through the speakers. Here we have the Vox. So I didn't use this flanger, but let's hear what it sounds like. I used the reverb. I used the EQ. And I did some parameter modulation, utilizing the audio to push this high shelf down. And there's a dual delay here that I'm using, all Kilohearts plugins. Pitch shifter and the flanger. It sounds pretty cool with the flanger. Gives it a little glitchier vibe. So they also have this synth. It is older. It is not being updated. It is discontinued. So they have some sounds in here. But I don't think you guys are hearing them. Hold on. Restream. There you guys go. Should be hearing it now. Definitely. So I got my controller over here. Right here. So they have some sounds here. Not a lot, but decent amount. Pads. Let's hear what some of these pads sounds like. That's interesting. Okay, it's not bad. I like that. So definitely check out One, their synth from Kilohearts called One. Like I said, it is discontinued. It is super tiny on my screen. I do not think it is resizable. And I think it got discontinued in 2023. So tread lightly, buyer beware. So they also have this thing called Snap Heap. And Snap Heap is basically, it's essentially like a plug-in chain handler, if that's really a thing. But basically, it allows you, it is from Kilohearts, once again, it is free. And they have presets that you can utilize. And the presets will load all of those plugins in Snap Heap. Not all of them at once, but they have chains that you can put together. Kind of like how I had a chain for my Vox using the delay and the flanger and EQ and all that. So Snap Heap will allow you to chain the plugins together, these free effect plugins together, to create different sounds or utility uses for compression or mastering or filtering, or just to create some weird effect chain that's gonna give you a type of sound, some sound, creative sound. The next advantage with it is that they have macro knobs, so you can assign the macro knobs in the snap-in interface and then map it to the different knobs on each plugin. You can have them pair together and have one macro moving multiple things. I'm sure you can have macros moving multiple things in opposite directions and things of that nature. So you can, research that and play around with that. I don't really need that because my DAW can handle all that extra stuff within the chain to animate, automate, and modulate different parameters. So I don't really need snap-ins, but it is there, and it's only gonna load the Kilohearts effects. You cannot load your regular VST plugins in there. So definitely check that out if you would like. Just go to the site and search Snap-in. It will be in the installer. When you download the installer to install everything, it is there as an option for you to check and have it install Kilohearts Snap-in. So definitely check all of those out, guys. The link is in the description. The link will take you to that blog page, and you'll click on the respective download links for the bundle and for Kilohearts 1. So definitely big shout out to Kilohearts and for their contribution to the industry, the market, with the free stuff for people who can't afford the expensive stuff. So definitely, guys, there is a link in the description for my video series on PC specs and how it relates to music production. So if you're looking to understand how your computer's internal components works along with your DAW to help you produce music smoothly, make sure that you don't have a distracting, obstructing experience. You're not having clicks and pops and audio dropouts, freezing, crashing of your software, things just not functioning smoothly because of an issue or an underpowered computer. That series will help you understand what may be causing the problem and what you could do to fix that problem. So definitely check out that series. I think it's about a 6-part series. Also, there is a link in the description for these videos, for a growing playlist for these videos that I do multiple times a week. If you're looking for more free VST plugins, that playlist has 396 videos at the time of this video. This video will be added that will make it 397. So if you're looking for more free VST plugins, 100% free, definitely check out those videos. There are tons more offerings there for free VST plugins, 100% free. Also, there is a link in the description for another playlist for my series that I started this year titled 52 Weeks of Reaper, where every Saturday I release a new video focusing on a key feature in Reaper. And this will showcase what makes Reaper such an amazing tool in audio production and why it's my DAW of choice. So definitely check that out. I have a new video releasing tomorrow. I think we're up to week 18. So definitely check out the other weeks that are currently there. All right, guys, that's it for the video. That's it for the week, for the live streams. I will be back next week to continue May's theme, May 2025, themed with us just focusing on the developers that are offering free plugins, free bundles, bunch of plugins. As long as they have more than one, they could be on the list. All right, guys, Thanks for watching, and as always, you will see me in the next video.